Free Hong Kong!
Freedom for Hong Kong. From exile in London, Fin Lau fights for democracy in his home country, despite the Hong Kong government offering a bounty of over 100,000 euros for his capture.
On 8 Hong Kongers, including myself. This calculated move seeks to attach a price tag to my life, as well as my unwavering quest for democracy. It is a blatant transnational repression that aims at crushing all the voices that's pro-democracy across the globe.
The Hong Kong authorities want to arrest the 30-year-old and put him on trial in Hong Kong. They claim that Fin Lau and 7 other activists are subversive elements, working with foreign governments to infiltrate the state.
We want to reclaim our destiny. We want to reclaim our freedom, reclaim our right to democracy, as well as self-determination.
Hong Kong has had a special administrative status since its handover from Britain to China in 1997. It's based on a doctrine of one country, two systems. But this principle is showing cracks. Beijing is exerting increasing influence. 4 years ago, hundreds of thousands of people from Hong Kong took to the streets to demonstrate against Beijing's interference. Fin Lau, a surveyor by profession, was one of the leaders at the time. He spent 2 days in police custody, after which he fled to Great Britain, the former colonial power. These days, it's only a small representative group protesting in London. In Hong Kong itself, hardly anyone dares to publicly criticize the Chinese government.
We'll join the free world one day. After 1997, we have witnessed systematic erosion of our freedoms, as well as democracy and autonomy. And then right now we have more than 1,600 political prisoners serving their lives in the Hong Kong prisons.
Fin Lau speaks of intimidation, even in exile in London. He's cautious and believes it's quite likely that attempts could be made to kidnap him. He's spoken of an incident shortly after his arrival in Britain, where he was brutally beaten up by a group of strangers. The British government does not want to extradite Fin Lau, and the British Foreign Secretary says no attempts to intimidate and silence people will be tolerated. We've repeatedly asked the Chinese embassy in London for a statement, but haven't received a reply. Chinatown is an epicenter of London's Chinese community. Hardly anyone here wants to comment on the situation in Hong Kong. It's too sensitive. Those who do express an opinion tend to support the Chinese government and its influence in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong should definitely have its right to make decisions. Of course, that is true, because the separate policies, but I do believe that Hong Kong is an inseparable part of China.
The Hong Kong economy is actually pretty bad these years, so I think it's good for Hong Kong people and also for mainland, I think. So some connection or something.
The dissidents see it differently and march right through the middle of Chinatown. Fin Lau calls on the British government to impose sanctions on Hong Kong officials and to detach itself economically from China.
They may be vocal regarding Hong Kong issue, but on the other hand, we have some ministers or maybe some other people will pursue for more trading with China, increasing our dependency on the Chinese market. I would say, well, we must change from this kind of inconsistent approach.
In London, Fin Lau and the other activists can express their opinions publicly in front of the Chinese embassy. They dream that one day this will be possible again in Hong Kong, too.